Imagine buying a game you love. Like, you really love. A game you poured hours into, only to come back a few years later and suddenly, womp womp, you can't even play it anymore. And it's not because, it's not because you did anything wrong, not because the disc broke or anything like that. It's because the servers are offline. The same servers you already paid for when you bought the damn game. This trend has really been creeping into the gaming world like a virus, and honestly, it's really starting to piss me off, and I think it's starting to piss off you too, viewer, the one watching this video. Especially with the latest Call of Duty campaign. A dumpster fire so big. Oh god, it's so big like it needs its own ESRB rating. And yes, I'll save the story mode roast for another day because, oh, trust me, I have more words for that abomination. But today, we're here to talk about the shady, predatory, and straight up lazy practice of forcing games to always be online connected to a server. Now, we have to go back and look at some history because, they say those who don't learn history are doomed to repeat it or something along those lines. I slept through history class. The Xbox One disaster, a history lesson in corporate stupidity. Oh boy. Now, if you remember the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One era, then you probably remember when Xbox tried the whole always online card on us. When it doesn't matter what you did, you had to have the console always connected online. Didn't matter what you were doing, single player, offline games, didn't matter. They wanted that console permanently strapped to Wi-Fi like it was life support. And when people pushed back about it and they were, rightfully pissed off, Don Matrick, the head of Xbox at the time, came out with one of the most legendary corporate brain rot quotes of all time. So I'm actually going to go ahead and show you the clip because I feel like I can't put it into words how much injustice it brought to us. Take a look.
It's a great line for games.
Yeah,
and I think people are going to love it, and then they're going to understand what we're trying to create and how it links games and entertainment, the functionality of the box, some of the advantages that you get of having a box that is designed to use an online state. So that, to me, is a future-proof choice, and I think people could have arguably gone the other way if we didn't do it, and fortunately we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message if you don't, like it?
If you have zero access to the internet, that is an offline device. I mean, seriously, when I read the blogs and thought about who's really the most impacted, there was a person who said, hey, I'm on a nuclear sub.
Right.
And I don't even know what it means to be on a nuclear sub, but I've got to imagine that it's not easy to get an internet connection.
You heard that right, folks. Don Matrick just gave the United States military and every single service member that just wanted to play some Madden the biggest middle finger ever. And, oh my god, in any normal business, the CEO, department, executive head, whoever, if they said something as stupid as that, they would be packing boxes by sunrise, and surprise, surprise, a few months later, he stepped down to pursue other opportunities. Translation for anyone who's worked corporate, they told him to get his ass out before he tanked the entire brand. And honestly, good, because Sony took the moment and absolutely washed Xbox that generation. And before anyone in the comments tries to cry, oh, console war, relax, I own both, the console wars are dead, let them rest. I'll actually go ahead and link an article down below that kind of talks a little bit more about him resigning and going to like another company. But again, if anyone has ever worked in the corporate world, you know exactly what happens when they mean that a director, executive, whoever stepped down. It's because they did something they weren't supposed to. It probably got some media traction and now they're trying to save face, so they just let the guy go. It's just absolutely crazy. And we take a look at mobile games, and even mobile games are doing this nonsense. A lot of people think it's just console and PC games. No, it's mobile games. So hear me out. Goat Simulator on mobile used to be my go-to airplane game because it didn't require Wi-Fi. Perfect offline chaos. Then one day, bam! update rolls out, and suddenly this single-player game wants an internet connection on a plane with plain Wi-Fi that doesn't even work half the time. Do you see the problem? So unless Goat Simulator became like it suddenly became this MMO while I wasn't looking, there is zero reason that this game should require internet. If it actually did become multiplayer, feel free to roast me in the comments, have at it, but you get my point. And why is this always the case with freaking car games, man? Like, first off, Gran Turismo 7, it's a mostly single player game, and it also forces you to be online. And the excuse at the time was to prevent cheating. Bro, I'm pretty sure this was before you could even, like, take a modded PS4 or PS5 online. Like, no, what are you talking about? And then you've got Crew 1 and 2, both always online. The Crew 1 actually shut down, meaning anyone who bought it literally owns a fancy coaster now. And people have the right to be mad. I would be too. You paid for a game, and the company basically said, yeah, we're done supporting it. Tough luck, champ. See you later. Absolute chicanery. Absolute chicanery all around. And it's like, you know, kind of looking at this, I think you can kind of get the purpose of what I'm getting at. Games now come with expiration dates. And look, online games shutting down their servers, eventually it's normal. Like when it comes to multiplayer games, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, sure, it's old, it's modded to hell, and the cost of running servers, it adds up. But here's the key difference. Even when the servers go down, you can still play the campaign, zombies, local multiplayer, whatever, you know, the game still exists. Now fast forward to modern games. Companies are designing titles so that even single-player content requires a server. And when those servers go down, boom, the entire game dies. Doesn't matter if you bought the standard edition or the CEO's pet gold-plated collector's edition, the moment they hit the kill switch, your $70 investment evaporates. And this is the part that blows my mind. How is this not illegal yet? We're paying full price to basically rent the game until the publisher, they get bored. And companies are greedy because people keep defending them. This ties back to my first video, where gaming companies have gotten greedy as hell, and the worst part, there are people that are actually out there defending this nonsense. That's why this keeps happening. As long as people keep saying, it's fine, bro, just deal with it, you know, it's okay, companies will keep screwing us, but it's okay, bro, it's okay. No, it's not okay, because games cost $70, and it's just not to own them, it's to rent them. Games are getting more expensive every year. A lot of people can't afford dropping $70 every time a new title drops, and for what? A game you can beat in 2 or 3 days, a game you won't even truly own. At this point, we're not buying we're buying licenses, not the games, and those licenses disappear the second the servers do. Overwatch 1 and CSGO 1, gone, deleted, put the Overwatch 1 disc into your console and guess what downloads? Overwatch 2. People want to play the game they bought, not whatever sequel the company forces onto them. You know that the terms of service, it's where companies, they protect themselves from you. And here's the sneaky part. Every single time you launch an always online game, it makes you accept the terms of service. The hidden in that giant wall of text that you've never read? I sure as hell haven't. It's a clause saying the company can shut down the game anytime and you still can't sue them for it. It's predatory, but it's perfectly legal. And that's why they get away with it. This is going to be the future of gaming if we don't push back. If we don't start pushing back, the future of gaming is simple. You'll never actually own your games. You will own the privilege of playing them temporarily, but you're not going to own the privilege of owning them actually. So even if it's like 2 decades after the fact, you still will never be able to play the game. This is not a future I want to see. This is like something that is coming out of a movie where it's like, you know, like, think about it like this. Look back, like, I could go play, like, my Wii no longer works, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Wii. But if it did work, I could put Super Mario Galaxy in the Wii and play it. I can do that, even though I'm a grown man. Well, not fully grown, but I have a beard, so a lot of people think I'm a lot older than what I am. But, you know, that's the thing. You can't do that anymore. We need to change this, or otherwise this is going to be the future of gaming, where it's essentially going to be a more expensive version of Blockbuster. And look what happened to Blockbuster, they shut down. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Like, share, subscribe, it really helps the channel and gets the message out there. And again, if you agree with anything I said, or hey, even if you disagree and you think I'm the biggest moron in the entire universe, drop a comment. I reply to everyone, you know, even when things get busy, I try my best. And, you know, one of the things I also really want to do is see your guys' opinion on this, because I understand, like, if you're watching this video, that means that this is probably a topic that interests you. So again, let me know. And also, if you have any ideas you want me to cover in the future, just go ahead and send it my way. Anyways, with all that said, I appreciate you guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.